this question, we are asked characteristics of a good transimpedance amplifier. So the word trans, it means it is relating an output quantity to an input quantity. And what is the relation? The relation is an impedance, right? The second part of the word. It is the relation between output and input is an impedance. That is V by I is equal to the output quantity by input quantity, right? Since it's an impedance, voltage by current. Thus, a transimpedance amplifier samples an input current IN and converts it to an output voltage. Right? We want, of course, that since we are sampling some current, let's say for example this is some circuit and you want to sample the current through this resistor. So how would you sample it? You want this to be the input current of the transimpedance amplifier. So what you would do is you would first place this arm right over here, and you would then get that the voltage across these two is V is equal to K times I, right? And now you see the reason that the input is a short, that is ideally it is a short. We don't want that by adding the input arm this circuit is modified at all. So adding a short in series with an element doesn't change the current in that branch, and so therefore the current in the original circuit is unaltered, right? So therefore what we want is a low input impedance, right? And of course voltage source, so an ideal voltage source, as you can see, does not have any resistance in series with it, right? This is a practical voltage source. It would have some source resistance in series with it, but the idea is the more and more this RS tends to 0, the more this combination behaves as an ideal voltage source, right? And this is of course because the V source minus I load into Z source is what the output voltage is, the output voltage across these terminals. So therefore what we want is for this factor to be as minimal as possible. So this is a low output impedance is the requirement here, right? So a low input impedance and a low output impedance is what is required here. So thus the correct answer is D.